say that again. Welcome. Welcome to day 11 of the 12 days of Christmas. It's lovely to have your company again. We've had a good run. It would help if I switched the microphone on. That's okay. I've had a massive rejig of my computer stuff today, which has caused me such a lot of grief. And the one thing I forgot to do was switch the mic back on. But anyway, hey ho, we're okay now. So we're on, I'm a bit close, aren't I? We're on day 11, which is fabulous. We've worked so hard, and when I've looked at the pictures in the So Something Special group, they've just been absolutely super. They really have. I've been so impressed. I'll come this way a bit. So impressed with so many blocks that have been made. Some people have just made the block keeper ready for their own blocks at another time. Don't forget, the block keeper can be used for other things. It can be used for bag patterns as well. So if you've cut something out and you don't necessarily want to stitch it that day, keep it in the block keeper. It's big enough. You're not going to lose it in your room, are you? So or room or area wherever you are that you do your sewing. So I would use it certainly for other things. I mean, I know the first one I made, well, obviously that has my originals in, but the one I made the first 2 nights, and the third night we made it up, was in that green fabric. I'll show it to you later because I've practically forgotten about it. And I loved that because it was really fresh and interesting. It's not often you see sort of one colour and different tones and shades. I quite like that. It plays with your mind, doesn't it? It plays with your imagination. Anyway, all that. Thank you very much, Kath and Nicola, who are my sound check technicians for the evening. Thank you so much. I'm going to put my phone on mute and say good night to my phone. Thank you. Thank you all very much for doing that for me. I really appreciate it. So excuse me, we're on day 11. Hopefully I survived the night. Let me get you on my Facebook page so I can see your comments easily. I can see them on my screen here, but I like to have the the words up on my screen as well. So right, good. That's all gone. That's all done. So let's have a look and say hello to a few people. Hello to Melba, Pippa, to Sharon, Shirley. Not going on holiday, Shirley? Karen. Keeping warm. It's so cold. Gosh, it really is. Today has been exceptionally cold, hasn't it? Well, it has in sunny Suffolk. And I know pretty much most of the country has had a blast of snow. If you haven't had snow, fantastic. I'm moving to where you live. I'm not a keen snow person, but yeah, we were very surprised to wake up to a blanket of snow. I'm not sure that it was forecast. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we didn't know about it. It was like a bit of a surprise this morning, but Millie loved it. Millie, being a Tibetan Terrier, is actually geared up for the snow. She lies in it. It's like, this lovely snow. And when John took her for a walk earlier on today, she was like a puppy, and she was leaping and running and you think, right, okay. Hello to Maxine, to Gillian, to Bridget and Rachel, Cheryl, Mairead, Whisper. I say Whisper. Jilly, sorry, beg pardon. Patricia, Nicola, Anne, and Jackie and Dawn, and another Jackie and Chris, and there's loads more. Kath there as well. Evening from a frosty Dorset. Have you had snow though, Julie? Or are you okay? Not yet, but tempted. My sister landed in India this morning. She got a flight yesterday at some point. Yesterday morning at 8 o'clock, and with all the length of the flights and the changeover in Qatar, I think it was. She landed this morning quite early. 2 hours she had to queue in the customs. That really does, that can put you off, can't it? But then she sent me photos of the garden of the place that they're staying, and it was beautiful. And there was a swimming pool. It's like, be quiet. Quiet, you can go off, people. That's my sister I'm talking about. And she said the temperature was only the late sort of 20s. Oh, bless her. Well, I'd ask for a refund, wouldn't you? I'd give my right arm for temperatures in the late 20s, actually. Oh, dear me. So Kath says, no snow yet. We don't get it often as we're so close to the sea, of course. Linda says, Kent, no snow here. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because it swept over the coast of Norfolk and obviously Suffolk, and then it went off. So I think that part has missed. And the central, the Midlands, and certainly like down to Somerset where Kath is, it looked fairly clear. The same for tomorrow. Lynn says, sorry, I was watching Red Eye, catching up. Oh, Red Eye's brilliant, isn't it? We've been watching that. Millie, what are you doing? Oh, she's eating something. Dear. I can't look. I can look, but I don't want to look. I can't stop her, so. Julie says, no snow, lovely sunshine. Well, to be honest, we've had lovely sunshine as well. We've had blue skies. But yes, we've had quite a whack of snow. But anyway, I'm not going to harp on about it. She's pinched something. She's off. She's pinched something. Goodness knows what she's stolen. I can't see. She's not showing me, but she's chewing it, whatever it is. Dawn says she went for a frolic today. It was wonderful. A bit like Millie then. Oh, hi, Abby. I hope you're all right. Abby's had a very exciting weekend, one thing and another, with the Play Village. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so I think... Oh, you've had plenty in the Midlands, Carol. I thought yesterday or today that you didn't, but who am I? Who am I? I'm not Elizabeth Rizzini. Snow here in Burton-on-Trent, sitting in front of the log burner. Oh, dear me. So, oh gosh, it's all happening, isn't it? Oh dear, I wonder what she's eating. I hope it's nothing important, because I left a little heap of something in my room thinking, oh, I'll clear that away. But she's obviously in a mischievous mood, and yeah. Well, I hope it's not dangerous, because, yeah, anyway, I'll try to ignore it. It's difficult when you can hear something that you own being chomped. Right, gosh, right, day 11. Let's forget about the chomping. Day 11. Now, the download was there this morning, and it's called Old Maid's Puzzle. And if I take you over onto the overhead, we can see Old Maid's Puzzle. There we go. See, I've got my camera today. See, oh, I'm on the ball today. It's not very often that happens. I'm still looking to see if I can see what she's got. Oh, it doesn't matter. Right. So you want 3 colours for this. You've got the sort of lighter tones. Let me bring it up a bit. You've got the lighter tones there going across. They look like egg timers, don't they? And then you've got, it's almost like 2 fish, doesn't it? It looks like 2 fish. That'd be nice, actually. Thinking tones of blue in the background, and the fish being, well, golden, yellow, that sort of colours. That'd be nice. So 3 colours again. I think most of our blocks have been just the 3 colours. But if you did what I suggested, which was get 6 of coordinating fabrics, it means that you can, use the different tones within all the blocks, and I think that would look quite nice. But also, even if you only use the 3 fabrics, for instance, all the way through, that would look amazing as well. So it's all down to personal choice, isn't it? Anyway, we've got a lot of stitching to do. You can see that we've got an awful lot of half square triangles in there. Jeanette says she's just done a pre-order for the new card deck. Oh, it's March, is it, Jeanette? Yeah, I ought to look out for that. Yeah, so we've got quite a lot of stitching to do. different variations as well, so we need to get cracking on this, really, I think. I was thinking fighter jets. What do you mean you're thinking fighter jets? What Millie was chewing? I've missed something somewhere, I think. We have a lot of fighter jets around here. Well, perhaps that's what she was referring to. Oh, Anne says me too. Oh, what have I missed? What have I missed? Right, so as I say, we'll crack on. But what I'm going to do is I will put that there, and I will put together the sort of the rough bit of the block, okay, because that really does help me. Now what I've done is, very cleverly, is use these tones of pink and oranges to do the orangey colours here, and then the light tones here. So I've got a head start on my brain cells. So I'm going to put these just to one side for a moment so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. And I'm going to follow, I can't see what she's got. I'm going to follow the diagram. So we've got a light tone there and a light tone there. And then we've got the same again here. So we can just about see that. You'll be fine, we'll be fine. Let's put it straight. Okay, so let's follow in from the top. So the dark blue, or the purple actually, is the green in this instance. So let's lay out as much as I can of the green, which is the purple. So I've no idea as normal how this is going to look. That's going to go like that. So we need one of those in there. And then we need the purple in the corner, and the triangle like that. I think that's how it looks. Yeah, pretty sure. And then if we start on the second row, we need a purple square. We've got that already. So then we need, I'm trying to see what she's got. she's stopped chewing it, but I can't see it. And then we need an orange square. Or did I miss something about, not fish? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Yes, fighter jets. Yes. Well, there's a name for the jet that looks like that. Obviously, I can't remember, but there is a name for it, isn't there? It might come to me. I'll have to not try and work at it. Stealth. Is it a stealth bomber? Don't know. Making it up. Right. So. So we've got a square there, and then two orange here. What have you got, Millie? What is it? I can't see. So that's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing that I can't see. And that one goes there. I know you can't see it very well, but I'm a bit sort of zoomed in. I'll leave things as they are for the moment. And then we need a purple corner. Well, where? No. There, that's it. Let me move that up a bit. And purple corner here, purple one here, purple one there. See what it is? There's a lot of pieces, isn't there? So you're really going to have to, yeah, stealth. Ah, see? Oh, the Vulcan, isn't it? Is it? That one there, that one there. So there's a lot of seams, a lot of stitching. Can't see it still. Oh well, whatever. It's whatever it is. Stealth bomber, that's it. Vulcan, yeah, could be that as well. Anyway, there we are. So, according to our little book of tricks here, we need to stitch these two together here, and we can stitch that to that. Same again, stitch that to that, and that will make up that little corner piece here, and obviously that will make that little corner piece up there. So I think we should do those two bits first, okay? So we'll do A to B, join to C, and repeat. Yeah, everybody happy with that? That's okay, Mandy. I hadn't shut the door yet, so you're okay. Get yourself a seat, a cup of tea, and a biscuit, please. There we are. Somebody help her with a biscuit. Right, I'll put that to one side so I can see it, and we'll get stitching. I haven't even switched on my sewing machine. I've got a bit of bit of fabric caught in there. I'll switch on my iron. That's all good to go. I've got my little ironing mat here, which is even better. We're kind of nearly organised tonight, everybody. That's just outstanding. Right. So I'm going to lift it up a little bit, but we're going to aim for this top left-hand corner. Okay, that's what we're doing. And I'm going to put it down. And I always recommend you do this, actually. It seems a bit of a faff to lay it all out, but it saves you getting in a muddle. It saves you forgetting which colours you were going to go put wherever. And yeah, I think it just makes it a little bit easier. Okay. I think it should be on Amazon. Can just type in card deck Judy. See what happens. See what happens with that. So all my fabrics have been. I'm going to have to bring that in a bit. So I'm going to. I think you're all right, actually. I was going to move my camera. I might move it a bit. Just bear with. Just bear with. Let's just move it a little bit. There we go. That's it. Yes, if you put in card deck, you should find it. Okay, I'm sure. Right, so don't forget all the usual rules about scant 1/4 inch. We covered it the other night. If anybody's concerned about that, as I say, we covered it the other night. So just go back. I think it was 2 nights ago we covered it, and it really does make a lot of difference when you're stitching a lot of seams. Sharon says she just got in from work. Sorry, a bit late. We'll try harder next time. Sharon! Well, as I say, I hadn't closed the door, so you're all right. I hadn't locked it. Normally I lock it and padlock it, because, you know, you just don't know what all the strangers are about at the moment. So that's how it wants to go. I'm having a look at the plan of the little, you know, this is the plan, and I constantly look at it. And then we want the little purple square there, which is actually the green. This is the green. Now I finger pressed because I don't want to do so much ironing tonight, and the only reason for that is because I need to get this finished for 8 o'clock, and there's a lot of seams. There's a lot of seams. So I'll get so far, and then I will iron the seams before I put it together. Wish I could see. Wish I could see what she's been doing. So that's the first 2 top bits done. Okay. So we'll put those over there. You can see them. See them over there. There we go. So now I'm going to do the bottom right of that quadrangle. God, good word. Good word. Good word. Now I've asked, and some of my creative friends will know, I've asked Andy and Joe to create me the rulers that I was talking about last night, and Andy is going to do some drawings for me and get back to me. Okay, so as soon as I've looked at the drawings and thought, yeah, actually that's perfect or whatever, they're bound to be perfect because Andy's so darn clever, then I will wait for the sample and then I'll show you, because it was a specific thing that I'm after. That's the thing. I just want to check what I'm doing here. So that's the light, and the purple goes next door, which is the green. So we're just need that 90-degree angle, because I'm chatting and trying to concentrate on a dozen things. And yes, so we shall see. And in my Creative Friends group, not here on my page, I've put a little post about it. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, then, you know, a new sort of way, I suppose it's, what's the word? There's a name for it when you, it's like, not like accessibility, but I suppose it kind of is in a way. Right, so we're just pressing these seams out. It's a good thing to do, as I said before. I won't do as much because it delays things quite a lot. But the thing is, you'll get the accuracy which you need And I'm just all I do is, let me just show you. All I do, if I haven't set the seam, is I just get hold of that side to hold it fast. So I'm not pulling, but I'm making it a little bit taut. I'm not pulling it, and that will open up the seams quite nicely. You can see that looks gorgeous. And that will allow these two blocks to nest beautifully. So that one goes like that. No, it doesn't. That one goes like that. That one goes like that. And we've created our top right. And then I'll repeat that for the, sorry, top left. And then I'll repeat it for bottom right, okay? Well, find the post, Sharon, in the group, Creative Friends. I'm pretty sure you're a creative friend. And put your name on there. No good doing it here because it'll get lost. It'll get lost in the depths of all the posts that I do on this page. It's quite a busy page, really. Yes, so that'll be interesting, won't it, to see what Andy comes up with. But he is an absolute whizzo, so I have every confidence. Because I said to him, if you don't understand my gibberish, I'll draw something for you. But he said, well, I was watching the live last night as well. So he obviously had to put up with listening to my gibberish on last night's live, talking about Burford Zoo and all that sort of thing. Anyway, now my centre was a bit out, and I knew that as I was stitching, but these ends are beautiful, which I'm okay with. So just watch that. I don't know why that's out, possibly because we did a scant here and here. It's pushed the whole thing out. I'm not going to try and analyse it, but yeah, I'm happy to leave it as it is, to be fair. So all we need to do is we can push this seam over to the sides, or you can open the seam if you want. Whichever. I mean, I do love an open seam, you know that. But on the other hand, a lot of people are taught to always push over to one side. Well, not always, but you know, I think that's quite the thing to do. So I'm going to now do the bottom right, which is exactly the same arrangement. We'll see if that meets in the middle. Okay, strange, isn't it? Sometimes, I mean, you know, if we were in the real world, we would perhaps redo that little bit there, but we're not in the real world. Not in my room. Okay, so we've got two of these to do. If you remember from the first little block, we've got the two of them to do, so I might as well chain piece. And so tuck the point under, and yeah, follow that along. Lovely. Oh, are you going to Ardingly? Oh, lovely. Where is Ardingly? Is that Kent? Is that Kent, Ardingly? I forget. Yes, go and pester Andy and Joe. They'd love it. Oh dear. And I still haven't picked up my rulers that I bought from Andy on Christmas Eve from Abigail yet. I keep forgetting. And she does as well. We're both as hopeless as each other. Right, so that's the, let's get it right, that's the top left of the square. Is it? Yes. It's top left. Green is purple. I have to remember that. Sussex. Ah, right. Sussex. West Sussex. Ooh. And then the green / purple square goes on next to that. That's not. I don't think that's too far for you to travel, is it, Dawn? That's not quite sort of doable. Mind you, you come right up to Newmarket, so. And of course, Newmarket is February, the end of February. So yeah, I should be going there, no doubt. Seeing as it's only about 3 miles from home. Right, so the last one is this one here. So just make sure you've got your greens and yellows in the right place. And I've just checked the little card deck again, and it's exactly where I want it to be. So all the way down. And always be careful when you come to that last little bit. Oh, Sue's going to Ardingly too. You've got 2 quilts in the journal quiz competition. Brilliant, Sue. Can you put some pictures in the group so we can see them? We do love to see what everybody's up to. And I think you've done that before, haven't you? I've never done anything like that. Maybe if I make this big quilt, I will. I'll see see what it looks like when I've done it. Oh dear, I don't know. Trouble is, I don't like to part with my quilts. I've let a few quilts go, but I'm very loath to. I remember John saying, because I was having a little bit of a tidy up in one of the other bedrooms where my quilts hang. I have them on a clothes rail on hangers, and it works very well. And he said, well, do you not think you should get rid of a few? Get rid of a few? What on earth? What sort of language is that? No, John. No, John. Right, so that is the, yeah, slightly out as well. I don't think it's my cutting this time. Anyway, we're going to join those 2 together now. So turn them over, and while you turn over, just pop a pin in so you know that's the seam you're going to stitch, all right? It's so easy, as we know, that these things can be stitched incorrectly, and it's just a jolly nuisance to get your seam ripper out. Or you're going to stay overnight. Or you're going to go to Newmarket. Brilliant. I shall come along. If Peter and Elaine come as well, that'd be absolutely marvellous. And yeah, that is out. I'm going to ignore it because it is out, and it's obviously whatever. Let's just accept that they're out. It's strange, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we can have a cup of tea, can't we? That'd be lovely. Okay, so that is the bottom right. See, it's out. A good 1/8 of an inch. But I'm letting it go. Today's problem is not whether my nested seams are beautiful. That's not today's problem. Today's problem was, can I get out of the row of our close because of the snow? Well, as it happens, yes. As it happens, we could get out, so it was fine. So I've done the bottom right and the top left. So if we look at the little diagram, I've done this one here, this little one here, and that little one there. So now we're going to put the stealth bombers together. I much prefer fish. Actually, they look like angelfish, don't they? Just thinking, does Nemo look like that? It's not the right colour, but... Or a Vulcan. Blimey. Oh dear me. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Well done, Sue. Yeah, well done. Oh, Judy's going to Newmarket as well. We can all meet up. Come on, guys. Right, so let me just take those away, and we're going to put together. I'm going to try and get it so you can see. So we've got a lot of stitching to do. And this is where the whole thing could go horribly wrong if your seam allowances are not right. Now, you know me, I'm very relaxed about seam allowances. I'm very relaxed about the so-called perfection of these sort of things. And it would drive you potty, and especially if you're new, it would drive you potty trying to get all this right. So all I can say is do your best, take your time, and for goodness sake, none of us are perfect. Now I'm going to chain piece, so don't forget, we're chain piecing, which means that the point of our little triangles here it can be tucked under the foot. And we start off with it as a 1/4 inch seam allowance straight away, albeit scant, as we've talked about so many times. So we've got 3 of those. Yeah, super. Well done, Sue. Very brave. I think it's a very brave thing to do. I did exhibit once. Well, you know the story about me exhibiting once, and I got second place, even though there was only me that had entered the competition. Yes, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter, and I hardly ever think about it. Oh, I kid ye not. Right, let's give these an iron and see what happens. See what happens. Push those over. Try not to stretch them. And the other thing I meant to say to you was, I'm sorry I'm not getting right in the shot, because it's a bit annoying when I don't. Let's just do it like that. Is if you put your triangles, let's just say you've cut all your fabric, you've cut them into triangles, and then you think, oh, I must best press them, right? If you do that, and you go to your ironing board or ironing station, wherever you are, and you spray them with your best press, leave them for a little while just for that best press to soak in. I want you to be very cautious about how you then iron. So what I need you to do is to press. And to press is just to put your iron on top of your pieces and use the heat of the iron you're literally drying the fabric. So so what I'm saying is this, let me just get rid of my bits and then I'll show you an example. So let's just say, well, it's got to be a triangle, so let me just get another triangle. So let's just say you've best pressed all of your triangles and they're lying on your mat, whatever, a little damp from your best press, and then you come to iron them. Okay, so what I want you to do initially is just to place your iron over the top of your triangle, okay, and just obviously you're pressing down, so you're letting the heat steam that fabric and just press, okay. Once you feel that it's drying and becoming, you know, more manageable, then you could move your iron around. If you do that while it's still damp, you've got the danger of distorting your stretch seams, your bias seams, because if you iron that while it's damp, you're going to push it. Okay, you're going to push it away because you're ironing away, but that could easily distort. So just go in and just press lightly, let the steam do its magic and start to dry out your piece. It's a good thing to have a little think about that and yeah, and give it time. You don't want to stretch your bias seams. Okay. Oh, Sue says, just for fun, I don't expect to win anything. Hello, you'll have the gold medal, Sue. I'm pretty confident of that. Right, I'm doing the top right, so I've just got to remember my sequence. So it's a bit like that and it's a bit like that. That's the top right. So if I bring this in, I'm using orange for orange, so we know that's okay. So I've got my two orange triangles going the correct way. It's always good to check. So I'm going to stitch those together and then I'm going to stitch those two together, and then obviously we'll do we'll do bottom left. So we'll just pop these under the machine, get your right angle. The reason why I trimmed my dog ears off, which I haven't done a lot this time, is because when we're doing these right angle corners, these 90-degree corners, having the dog ears cut off is actually very useful. Okay, so that's my top two. So the bottom two of the squares is like this. Okay, so if I leave them there and bring that up, there's the bottom two there, look. So it's the orange, I suppose, in this case, that is quite useful as a reference point. And my orange is exactly laid out as the same thing. Abigail says, I'm jealous of this project. Oh, Andy's working on your rulers tonight. He's a good boy. He's a very, very good boy. I'm quite right too. Thanks, Joe. So Abigail says she's jealous of this project. What does that mean? I'm just You see, with Abigail, there's always a cryptic clue in there somewhere. Oh, because it's got the purple in. Oh, I'm slow. Because she loves purple. Absolutely loves purple. So when she worked for Crafter's Companion, I suppose that was perfect for her as well, in some ways. She said quickly. Funny old times. Anyway, there we are. So let's just press that. So that's our bottom one, nicely pressed. Let's show you. Okay. And then this is the top one. And to be honest, let me show you. Whichever way we press that, we've got seams here, we've got seams up here. So you could open the seams to distribute the fabric, but sometimes you just got to go for it and decide to push the seams over to one side. We have got to nest, so where that's being pushed over to my left, this one should go the other way. Oh, the other way, that way, to the right. So that's worth bearing in mind. And that way they'll nest, which gives you a fighting chance of having a decent point. Oh, that you want to be making it. What, these particular blocks, Abby? Oh, I think I'm obviously missing something here. Or that, I mean, I know you wanted to help me about, no, I told you that you were going to help me make Tula's quilt. I told you that that's what you were going to do. Yeah, I suppose you'll be wanting Andy's new rulers as well. Mind you, they're sort of done as for the visually impaired, which is me. It is just for me, and I'm just offering you ladies the same. I'm not saying you're visually impaired. I think you get to a point in life when you can absolutely say. There we go. That looks a little bit better than we were before. So we've just got to repeat that, okay? So I'll put that back, and I'm just now going to repeat it. So I'll just bring up my triangles again, and I bet I'm irritating the YouTubers like crazy. I love putting my stuff on YouTube. Doesn't get very many views, and that's okay. I don't mind about that. But they hate me talking. Less chat, please. Oh, Kath says, I'm just awful seeing anything. Well, you and me both. We've still got that blinking quilt to make, Kath. The lot of the applique. What on earth is the lady's name? Kim? Anyway, her, whoever it is. We've still got that to make, and we really have to do it. We should make an arrangement that, in fact, we should have a schedule, shouldn't we? We should have a diary and say this is what we're putting in our diary. But then you kind of commit yourself, don't you? And do we want that? I don't know. Cindy says rulers would be better for me as well. Well, that's right. I think, sometimes it gets to a point you think, oh, I don't know. Could this be better? I suppose that's what it is. It's making something that already exists and perfectly usable and all the rest of it into something that's just a tad better for other folk being me. Yeah, so Deirdre says she loves the chat. Thank you, Deirdre. Thank you. Well, I was thinking to myself tonight, I don't really have any stories today. Sorry, don't really have any stories today, apart from Millie leaping like a gazelle in the snow. But of course, as I say, she is a Tibetan Terrier, and they used to look after the Tibetan monks, didn't they? That was their role. Then I think to myself, well, who brushed them? Because Tibetan Terriers need a heck of a lot of grooming. Oh, maybe the Tibetan monks would have done that. Have you seen the Walk for Peace across America with the Tibetan monks? Have you seen that? Let me just turn that around a little bit. There we go. Let's put it, no you can't see it, let's put it there. And I've been following that a little bit. Yes, Sharon, I know. I can see the debris on the landing, but oh, it might be a reel of thread. Let's hope the reel of thread didn't have a needle in it, because I am very bad at that. Right, so yes, the Tibetan monks, they're walking across America, something like that, for peace. And it's just marvellous. I mean, the only downside of it all is that the leader got run over. Now, I mean, it's horrid, absolutely horrid. I mean, for goodness sake, what on earth? But he got run over and he lost his leg. I mean, that's just, it's just, you know, you can't comprehend, can you? It wasn't deliberate, obviously it wasn't deliberate, but gosh, anyway, lots and lots and lots and hundreds of people are turning out to offer the monks food and water and solace, I suppose, in some way. And they have a little dog with them. I forget the name of the dog. Of course I do. But the little dog has been looked after as well. And they're all having their feet looked at the end of the day and all this, that, and the other. And oh, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful what they do, and it's all for world peace. I think it's absolutely marvellous. We're going to stitch these together now. These two, and then those two together. Okay. Hopefully that's all clear for you. And so wherever they've gone, they are being fed and watered, and it's all because I don't think they carry anything themselves. They rely on donations from the public, and they put out an appeal the other day that their support vehicle, the van, who's following them behind, is now so stuffed with food and water that they're now having to refuse the goodwill of the nation of America because their van is chock-a-block. Which is fantastic. People have been so generous but so funny that they've been absolutely inundated, which is, you know, fabulous. Obviously people have thought we mustn't let them starve. No, it's not my King Star, Jackie. That is kept in a very safe place. If anybody knows my patterns, if anybody knows Darcy, I've got several. I'm just going to go over this because I've pulled the stitches out. If anybody knows what Darcy is, I've made 4, and all my King Star fabrics are in my Darcy's in a cupboard, because I just couldn't possibly imagine life without my King Star threads. They are absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so no, I think it's just a regular spool of Gutermann, which is as bad enough, sort of a neutral tone. So oh dear me. Right, so don't forget we got to nest these seams. So do the square one first, because the square one, the seam from the half square triangles will go over to the square. Let me show you what I mean by that. Yeah, because that's obvious that seam should go over. All right, and because of that, it means that the seam on the one, what is it, underneath or on top? Let's have a quick look. Where is it? Oh, it's at the top there. It's there. Let's just say that. The other one is going to go, I need to flip it over for it to make complete sense to me now. I think it's, no, I need to do it properly, otherwise I'm going to go horribly wrong. I just know I am. There we are. So I just need to make sure that my seam presses the other way, the opposite. So from what I can see there, that seam is going over to the right. This seam must go over to the left, regardless. Or you can open it up, and I actually do think opening up the seams is a good idea. So if somebody's asking what you're going to do with all your blocks, well, obviously I shall be making a quilt. Of course I will. But there's other things you can do, so I'm just going to stitch those two together now. And I think Jackie Grant's just made some suggestions there. Small lap quilt, or make more, make a bigger quilt, or a series of cushion covers. All good ideas. It could be the front to a bag, or back and front to a bag, and make some for friends, so because you'll have enough. There's lots of possibilities. Blocks can be used for decorating so many different things, or just keep them until you absolutely know what you might do with them. Give them to a friend. You could think about gifting them to the Linus, is it Linus Project, where they make quilts for babies and things like that, and somebody else will stitch them up. If you've had just the pleasure of making the blocks, then give them to somebody else to finish and stitch together. I think that would be Linus, yeah. That would be a lovely idea. So there we are. So there's that bottom left block, really nicely done. So now it's just a case of putting the 4 blocks together. I didn't press that one. How remiss of me. It could be those seams need to go the other way, but we'll leave them as they are for the moment. You can, sorry, I was just pressing the other one, which is that one. Okay, it's our other stealth bomber, which goes that way, like that. Okay, so now it's just a case of stitching these 4 blocks together. So let's have a look at our little card again. Let's get the big mat in. It's 12 and a half, sorry, it's 12 inches this mat. So let's put those in the middle like that. So there we go. Oh, Deirdre says she's made 4 blocks so far. Brilliant. Well done. It's a huge achievement, and to think that in 12 days you can make a quilt. It really is. You wouldn't normally think that. You wouldn't sit down one day and think, right, in the next 12 days I'm going to make a quilt. You just wouldn't do it. You'd spend time planning. You would spend time sewing, you know, you'd have to find the time, but it's quite incredible that over 12 days you have literally made a quilt. Right, Kathy says, I will make a quilt for a donation with probably 3 more blocks and use the quilt as you go process you did a few years ago on the 12 days. Oh, that was the first one we did, wasn't it, Kathy? That, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great idea. And also you'll get a great deal of satisfaction out of it, especially if you're making for charity. And I vowed that this year I would do something more for Each. You know, Each is my favourite charity. So watch this space. We might do 12 days of summer. I doubt. Perhaps we could do a 6 days of summer. How about a week of summer? Oh dear. Right, that's the first top blocks done. Let's do the bottom blocks. We'll just chain piece these. And don't forget, your machine will keep on stitching even though there's no fabric underneath. It's still, you know, pushing the threads forward, you know, so you can leave a gap. Judy says, I'm struggling to cut them out. My back is not playing ball. Oh, Judy, I've had the most bad back, so I completely sympathise with you. Completely sympathise. So I just need to nest that a different way. I'll press that out. Because I fell over at Abigail's Play Village and I think that put my back out. And I really struggled to stay upright for more than 10 minutes. Yeah, it was quite something. Right, now before I stitch these together, I just want to press that seam, because although I'd pressed it one way, when I came to put this together, it needed to go the other way. So I'm just going to press that the other way, so it's all nice and neat. Get that nicely done. I don't know why my block sizes are so much bigger. Honestly, it's the mysteries of life, isn't it? It really is. The mysteries of life. So we're just going to push that seam over. Let me have a look at the back just to see. I think actually it would be better going that way. So let's push it out there. Sorry, I'm not showing you. I'll do that in just a second. So I'm pushing it towards the square, because there's not so much seamage going on. If I pushed it all over that way, I've got all of this going on here, which, you know, it's best to try and avoid. I've just had YouTube tell me a good watch is the 12 Days of Christmas. It's funny how YouTube tells me. Let's get rid of it. Oh, and now it's telling me to stand up. For goodness sake, give me a break. Yes, so so it's telling me to watch my own YouTube video. Honestly, I was like, no, I haven't got time. I'm trying to tell everybody about day 11. It's so easy, especially I already have back problems. Well, I am not sure I've ever had back problems, Judy, and thank goodness, because you really, really don't want to have back problems. So I've just got to sew that centre line together, and then that's that block put together. That's really nice, isn't it? Oh, Deirdre says, I'd like to make an Amish style quilt. Do it. Yeah. Absolutely do it. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, the one that Tula Pink made, which I'm going to try and emulate, that's an Amish one. What's it called? Amish with a twist, I think. Okay, so you've got some seams here that ideally you're going to match up, and you've got points to think about as well. We've talked about this, so you should know roughly where you're going with that. Try and nest those seams, try and get that all matching beautifully. Don't forget, you can pop a little bit of glue on the seam just to hold. We've talked about it now nearly every single night, so hopefully you're well versed. The thing about quilting is there are some rules, and some rules you can kind of be relaxed with, and some rules it's best to try your best, only for your own satisfaction. Sue says she suffers with her back every day, so painful. Oh, bless you. Yes, so, and sometimes it's the matching of points, so you've got like a perfect meet there, and that is very satisfying. So where, for instance, we didn't get it right here, and I don't know why, it kind of makes up for it when you get a nice point in the centre, because that's possibly where your eye would travel. It's not life-threatening, is it? Unless you're like Sue, who's exhibiting her quilt. How about that? Oh, hold on. My TV might turn off. Let me just okay that. Oops. Say yes. Yes. Oh, phew. That's because I've been playing about with all my electronics today, and I've had my screen on for ages, hours and hours. And consequently, I haven't moved it. So I haven't, you know, on your TV, if you don't use the remote for half an hour or something, it tells you it's going to switch it off. Well, it's a similar situation here. So I've just rescued it. Otherwise, if I lost you, I'd be well stuffed. Right, so it's not perfection. I don't really mind. By the time this quilt gets put together, it'll look gorgeous. All this beautiful fabric. Don't forget, this fabric is from the Fabric Townhouse with our lovely Christine and Tom. And do you know what? I was thinking about this last night, that and I was saying, and somebody said, how do you choose your fabrics? Well, sometimes I really don't. I just, like I did with Christine and Tom, I just went to their stand. They were selling a bundle of the new bumbleberries, these, what I've been using, a half-metre bundle. Yes, it's a bit of an investment, but obviously I knew I'd use them at some point, and thought, actually, I'll use them for the 12 days of Christmas. And it's only because they were sold to me as a pack of, I don't know however many there are, maybe 8. And I thought, they don't necessarily go together. They have the same commonality of the design, but the colours are quite clashing, really. Would you put orange with purple? I'm not sure you would. You'd probably put the mauve, you know, the mauve colours together, perhaps. But I think it works. I think it. And yeah, Sharon says it's made with love. Well, it absolutely is, and it's. I just think it's always interesting to see other people's take on their colourways and what they use. We've had some really super pictures in the group. Definitely worth having a little scroll through the Sew Something Special group to see all the different designs. Anyway, look, we've got 5 minutes, so let's spend that going through. I'll switch my mouse off again. I get a new mouse. Let's go through what we've done already. So tomorrow this will be pressed within an inch of its life. Not too much, obviously, wrong way. So let's have a look. They're in my book. While we're there, let's just have a little recap of something. Let's get rid of my mat. I'll pop this in my book and then we'll go through it together. I think that's where I'm at. So let me just pop it in. I'm not showing you at the moment, but I'll come back to it. I won't have forgotten. So we can close that up. It's now getting quite heavy and quite thick. Anyway, this was the first one. Do you remember? Boxing Day. Do you remember Boxing Day? And this was our first, actually was it the first block? Was it that one? No, I think that was the first block, wasn't it? Sorry for flashing that. And don't those colours look lovely? When you think of the colours we've been using, quite vibrant, some quite muted, but a lot of them quite vibrant. And then we've looked at all these tones of green. I think that looks lovely. Just search on Facebook, Deirdre. It's Sew Something Special. So just type in Sew Something Special in the search, you know, your little spyglass for searching on Facebook. It'll come up and anybody can join in. Zesty, yes, that's a good description. Isn't that lovely, those colours? Yeah, I really might do something more with that. Anyway, let's quickly go through our fabulous set of blocks. Let's see if we, and let me make me smaller, just a sec. Bear with. I'll tuck me down into the corner. There we go. So let's go through it. So you can see these are the blocks. Well, these are the blocks that we made. So back and front, we've got two different styles. We've got the cool blues, and then we've got the hot autumnal colours. Then it's a case of going through the book. Our lovely, lovely block keeper, which could be used for anything as well as blocks. So there we go. They're no particular order. I just popped them in there. And we'll see what they look like as we flick through, and hopefully if you do this as well, you'll get the inspiration to put something together, or say, oh yes, that'll make a nice cushion for my sitting room or the conservatory. Oh, it's detached itself. You'll see something in it that makes you want to use it. This is what we did last night, I think, wasn't it? So some of them are really similar, and then that's the one we did tonight. That's the one we did tonight. So we've done 8 of the 9 now. Really lovely. Oh, thank you, Nicola. Really lovely to see them all together. One more to go. And then we can, well, we've already talked about what you can do with them. Yeah, really happy with how all of those have turned out. Really happy. Okay. So the last block will be on the website tomorrow morning. It'll be on early because I have to go and see my dad on a Tuesday morning. So it will be early tomorrow morning, about 9 o'clock time. But you can find it anywhere, anytime you like. Lovely to have your company again. Let's just move over a bit. Lovely to have your company again. Really appreciate it. Thank you for giving up your time. It's been a really good few days, hasn't it? And you know what? It's quite a nice transition, isn't it, from that Christmas time? Can you believe that? We're now, you can see I've changed my set. We're nearly in daffodil season. I've got my daffodil on here that our lovely Carol bought me, and Carol also bought me the beautiful daffodil hanging. She knows me too well. I've got my beautiful quilt on the background, probably one of my favourite designs, surrounding myself with pretty yellow colours and pretty yellow flowers. It's a wee bit early, but sometimes we have to do that to make us feel super duper duper, which I'm all about that. Right.